All right. Here we are, Phoenix, Arizona. Clint Arthur and Vinny Fung. There he is. Anybody ever called you Vinny before?
Over the years, a few.
No whispering. No whispering.
Only if. Over the years, a few people have called me Vinny.
All right, what are we going to be doing today? No whispering.
Clint is going to help me prep for my first TV appearance.
I know. What is your appearance about today?
Appearance is going to be
No whispering. I understand. We're in a public spot and you're uncomfortable. Talk loud.
My TV appearance today is on Are You a Cyborg? It's about technology addiction and how it's affecting our lives and what to do to be a human again.
And how many times did you rehearse this segment?
Over the last day, probably over 100 times.
Only 100? Oh, no. All right. Elon Musk says that we are already cyborgs, and we brought in Vincent Fung, CEO of DB Technology, to talk to us about it.
We've become a society of cyborgs. Technology addiction is a huge deal. Did you know that a recent study shows that 66% of Americans show signs of nomophobia? That's fear of not having access to your cell phone.
I want you to start with your wife, okay? I'm married to a beautiful woman. She's a professional fitness competitor. And she's all about being alive and being present in her body. But my son, our son, he is addicted to his smartphone. Did you know that 66% of Americans have what's called nomophobia? That is fear of not having your phone.
You want to start?
That's how I want you to do it.
Okay.
Okay?
Do you want me to talk about...
Why are you whispering?
Would you like me to go into a little bit more detail with what my son does?
I just want you... Okay.
Yeah.
Just do what I, basically what I said.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So my beautiful wife, she's a pro fitness athlete.
I'm married to a beautiful woman.
Okay. I'm married to a beautiful woman. She's a pro fitness athlete. She's all about being present in her mind, body, and spirit. But our son, he's become a cyborg. He's become completely addicted to his smartphone. He spends hours every day playing games and watching videos of other people living their lives instead of living his own. Did you know that 66% of Americans show signs of nomophobia? That's fear of not having access to your mobile phone. Smartphone addiction.
Cool. So what are we going to do about it?
Well, my question for your audience today is, are you a cyborg? Let's take a quiz. Question number 1.
Good. Go ahead.
Okay. Question number 1.
When I say good, that's not
Okay.
a clue for you to stop. That's for you to keep going.
Okay, let's take the quiz. Question number 1. Do you...
Vincent, you've got to stop whispering. You're whispering. Do you realize that?
Yeah.
Stop. Speak up.
Let's take the quiz. Question number 1. Do you use a smartphone? All of us have them. Most of us are spending way too much time on them. Question number 2. Do you spend hours pounding away the keyboard of your laptop or desktop computer every single day? Question number 3. Do you have a Fitbit or another fitness tracking device strapped to your wrist? I'll get the props out. Strapped to your wrist, measuring your bodily functions and tracking your daily activities? Question number 4. Do you have a smartwatch or do you use a Bluetooth headset so that you can communicate directly from your body? Question 5. Are you thinking about canceling your cable TV? Don't do it, but because you're going to become tethered to online services like Netflix or YouTube. Question number 6. Do you use
Don't
Siri?
look at the camera.
Do you use Siri or Alexa or another digital assistant to execute your commands? Question number 7. Do you rely on social media like Facebook and LinkedIn to not only connect with people, but to get the latest news and updates? Question number 8. Do you use smart home devices like plugs, light switches, door locks, and thermostats so that you can control your home regardless of where your body is physically located?
Okay, what's question number 4?
Question number 4 is...
Why are you whispering?
Question number 4
No
is,
whispering.
Question number 4 is a smartwatch or Bluetooth headset.
Why are you not performing? Always perform. Okay? I'm gonna rifle you different questions. You're gonna say the lines.
Okay.
You ready? Question number 6.
Question number 6 is Alexa and
No
Siri.
whispering.
Question number 6 is
You're whispering.
Question 6. Do you use Alexa or Siri or another digital assistant to execute your commands?
Question 3.
Question 3. Do you use a Fitbit or another fitness tracking device strapped to your wrist to measure your bodily functions and track your daily activities?
Question number 7.
Question 7. Do you rely on social media sites like Facebook and LinkedIn to not only connect with people, but get the latest news and updates?
Question number 1.
Do you use a smartphone? All of us have them. Most of us are spending way too much time on them.
Question number 9.
Do you rely on Google Maps to mindlessly get you to where you need to go?
Question number 4.
Do you have a smartwatch or use a Bluetooth headset so that you can communicate directly from your body?
Question 5.
Are you thinking about canceling your cable TV? Don't do it. But are you thinking about canceling your cable TV so that you can become tethered to online streaming services like Netflix and YouTube?
Question 4.
Do you have a smartwatch or use a Bluetooth headset so that you can communicate directly from your body?
Question 5.
Are you thinking about canceling your cable TV so that you can become tethered to online streaming services like Netflix and YouTube?
All right, now that we know that we are addicted, what do we do?
Here's how to become human again. H.
Not again.
Oh.
Human. H.
Here's how to become human. H. Hear this message. There's a reason you're seeing me and hearing me on your TV today. You understand that being human is a choice. M. Make the decision to become human.
Do you understand that it's a choice? It's a choice. You have to choose it. Ending up. It's a choice.
It's a choice.
Go ahead. H.
H. Hear this message. There's a reason you're hearing me on your TV right now. You understand that it's a choice. That being human is a decision that you can make. M. Make the decision to be a human being. A. Abstain from using and allowing these devices to become an addiction. And N. Now. Do something about it right now. The time is now to make the choice to be a human.
Very good. How can we find out more? Do you have a website?
I don't have a website yet. Yes. Find out more on my website at vincefung.com.
Just vincefung.com.
Find out more at
vincefung.com.
vincefung.com. vincefung.com.
You got to stop whispering. Why do you default to whispering?
I guess I'm just feeling uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. Life begins where?
When your comfort zone ends.
Thank you. Get it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you need to put that like as a screensaver on your phone.
Okay. Dash Clint Arthur.
Yeah, exactly.
On the bottom.
Good. Question number 3.
Do you have a Fitbit strapped to your wrist that measures your bodily functions and tracks your daily activities?
Question 8.
Do you use smart home devices like plugs, light switches, thermostats, and door locks so that you can control your home regardless of where your body is physically located?
Question 6.
Do you use Alexa or Siri or another digital assistant to execute your commands?
Question 5.
Are you thinking about cutting the cord and canceling your cable TV subscription so that you can be tethered to online streaming services like Netflix and YouTube?
Question 10.
Do you have a robot for a dog, or are you still relying on good old-fashioned Fido?
You know, these are some really great questions, Vince. What are some more questions you could ask yourself?
Some other questions are... Well, I think questions that adults need to ask themselves is, if you think your child is addicted to technology, are you looking at yourself first? Are you a cyborg? Because
Okay, look, this was a really good question of mine, because, you know, these hosts, you never know what kind of stupid questions they can come up with. Like that. Like, you've already done 10 questions. Why would you ever want more questions? The goal, if they ask you something stupid like that, would be to get them back on track. So you would say, well, look, with 10 questions, that's all you really need to know. Okay? If you've answered yes to one of those questions, then you are very possibly a cyborg. 2 yeses, you are probably a cyborg. 3 yeses, you're definitely a cyborg. Yeah, where was that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Let me hear you do that part.
If you answered 1 yes to these questions, you're probably a cyborg. 2 yeses, you're most likely a cyborg.
Wait. 1 yes?
1 yes, maybe you're a cyborg. 2 yeses, you're very likely a cyborg. 3 yeses, you're absolutely, most definitely a cyborg right now.
And?
And here's what you need to do to become human.
Stop whispering.
I'll run through that section here. 1 yes, you're...
Stop whispering.
If you answered 1 yes to these questions...
Talk louder.
If you answered 1 yes to
Talk louder.
If you answered 1 yes...
Talk louder.
If you answered 1...
Talk louder. You're not. Vince, you got to do what I say. Talk louder.
If you answered 1 yes to these questions, you're probably a cyborg.
No, you're not. That's the 3 yeses.
Okay. If you answered 1 yes to these questions, you're maybe a cyborg. 2 yeses, you're very likely a cyborg. 3 yeses, you're most definitely already a cyborg right now.
And
here's what you need to do to be human. H, hear this message. There's a reason you're hearing me on your TV right now.
don't look at the camera.
Right? You understand that being a human being is a choice. M, make the decision to become human. A, abstain from using and allowing these devices to be an addiction.
From using and allowing these devices.
A, abstain from using and allowing yourself to be addicted to these cyborg devices. And N, now. The time to start is right now. Now is the time to make the choice to be a human. Yes, that's still uncomfortable.
Have you watched any of the previous titanium videos?
I watched a few.
Yeah. You know this is what I do, right?
Yeah.
Not always the same issues, but this is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the good news. I think you know the material pretty good. Not good enough. I mean, you know, for here, it's okay. For Washington, D.C., you need to know a bit way better. You really need to rehearse it another 150 times before you're going to be ready for big markets. Here, there's a very special note for you, Vince Fung. You need to go to the CVS and get the teeth whitening strips and whiten your teeth. Why haven't you done that?
I actually have the teeth whitening stuff. I just keep forgetting to do it. I have a whole custom-made mold for my teeth as well. Just,
Did you get the whitening strips that I recommend?
I have I have a friend that's a dentist, and they gave me a box of.
Why are you whispering?
I have a friend that's a dentist, and she gave us a box of these professional whitening formulas, whatever, the tubes of them. Yeah.
The Crest whitening strips or not?
Not the white Crest.
See, I don't know if those work or not, whatever your dentist friend gave you. I know that the ones that I recommend from Crest work.
Okay.
Yeah. You're going to like it when you do it. You're going to like it.
gotta break out of my comfort
You
zone.
sound like you're restrained. What's restraining you, Vince?
I think I'm not breathing deeply enough into my lower abdomen. Because when I take shallow breaths, my voice comes from my chest.
That's not what's restraining you. She's not restrained. That's not restrained. See, she's talking full out.
Yeah. I need to get angry.
No, it's about passion. It's not about anger.
I need to be more passionate and
Let me ask you something. When you met Irina, like, how long did it take you between the time that you saw her and the time that you started talking to her?
probably 30 seconds.
30 seconds, right? Okay. Do you remember that? Tell me about that time.
About how I met her?
Yeah.
I was about to actually leave an event and she was on her way out.
Why are you whispering?
Okay. So how I met Irina was we were at a salsa dance event and she was about to leave and I was about to leave and I decided I'm going to do one more dance and I turned around to find a girl to dance with. She happened to be the closest girl to me, so I asked her to dance. So we went on the dance floor and we had some great conversations and that's it.
All right. Now, when you were going to leave, and then you saw her, and you decided to do one more dance? Is that what really happened? I mean, what really happened?
What really happened?
Yeah, what really happened?
I honestly didn't. She just happened to be the girl that was the closest to me, and I happened to ask her to dance. That's kind of the reality of what happened.
So it was really not 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's probably 2 seconds, 1 second, maybe.
Okay, and so what exactly happened? You're like, well, I'll do one more dance. And you put out your hand to do one more dance, and she takes your hand,
Yeah.
right? Okay, now you got her in your hand.
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
What was I thinking? It's like
Louder.
I was thinking, wow, how did I get so lucky and pick such a beautiful woman to dance with? That was what's going through my head.
Did you dance better?
Did I dance better? Yeah, very likely I did.
Did you feel more alive?
I did, absolutely. You have a beautiful woman in your arms, makes you feel more alive.
Did you know you wanted to marry her right then?
Yeah, no, I think it was definitely a situation of love at first sight.
Was it?
Yeah.
What did that feel like?
What did it feel like?
Yeah.
I kind of feel energy throughout your body.
Who's you?
Who's me?
Talk personally.
Oh, well, I felt this energy coursing through my body, and yeah, I just had a great time chatting with her while we were dancing, and I knew I wanted to keep in touch with her afterwards.
So you just danced with her that one time?
We did a few. I stuck around. We danced a few dances before we parted ways, and she gave me her card, so I was able to keep in touch with her afterwards. And then she actually came to the same event the next day, and we danced again, and then we continued staying in touch. And then we met for dinner, and we went and danced at another ballroom dance event the following weekend, and it just went on from there.
Wow. Did you call her?
Yes, I did.
Every day between when you met her?
Didn't call. We were being cyborgs and actually messaging each other on Facebook.
All right, what is Clint Arthur's theory of televisionosity? What is the actual formula?
Energy equals more TV and more TV.
All right, very good. Now, energy is the
Energy.
first part, right?
Energy.
Okay. Now, I think that the key to success for you is for you to recapture the energy that you had when you first met Irina. That was Let me ask you this. Was there ever a time in your life when you had better energy than that?
Probably not.
Okay? That's the key for you. That's when you were the most alive. That's when you were the best. You need to recapture that every single time.
Every single time.
Every single time. All right, so I want you to stand up and I want you to close your eyes and I want you to imagine that you're back in the ballroom dancing event where you met her. All right? How were you standing? How were you standing? Keep your eyes closed. How were you standing? Stand the way you were standing when you met her. All right? Now, I want you to go through the process. All right, should I stay or should I go? Is that what you were thinking?
Yes.
And what happened? What did you do exactly?
I decided to stay and do one more dance.
Okay, and what did you do? You can open your eyes and do exactly what you did.
Would you like to dance?
Boom.
Boom.
Yeah. Every time you go on TV, you're gonna go through that.
Okay.
You're gonna even say it. Would you like to dance? Boom.
Would you like to dance? Boom.
Yeah. Okay? All right, good. How's it going?
Very good.
I'm Clint. All right. We're gonna stop at the supermarket. There's a supermarket on the way, on the left side of the street. We'd like to just stop there quickly for a few minutes.
Okay.
Cool. Let's do some vocal warm up. Ga 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 ga. This Safeway is good. Ga 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 ga. Ga 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 ga. All right, so I recommend that you get Napa Cabernet. Okay, I think this is closed. Can we go back to the other entrance?
Oh.
Go just back up to the other entrance. All right, we'll be waiting right here.
Right.
Okay.
Right back.
When I went on the Today Show, Brooke Shields interviewed me, and she said, you have to get comfortable getting uncomfortable. And I said, yeah, life begins where your comfort zone ends.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I said that. And she goes, well, it sounds scary. And I said, when it's scary is when it's great. Because I'll tell you what, when I went on the Today Show, that was freaking scary, man. That was scary. I had been on that was my 53rd television appearance, and that was scary. On set, 100 people in the studio, 1,000 lights in the ceiling, Brooke Shields sitting right there. That was freaking scary. And the next day I woke up and I said to Allie, I think I'm done drinking. and I have not had a drink of alcohol since January 1st, 2014. And now, as you saw, Allie and I were on a 3-week trip to Europe. I've been sober for 6 years. This was the hardest month of my entire sobriety. The hardest one of them all. I mean, think about it. I was at Carnegie Hall, at the Russian Tea Room, at the Plaza, on the boat trip. Oh, you weren't there. You missed all of that. All this great wine, all this alcohol flowing, and I'm paying for all of it. I am personally paying for every drop of alcohol that everyone is drinking, and I got none, okay? Then we go to Europe, and it's like, and at the Plaza Hotel, we did this thing with Princess Marianne Parker. We did a Sunday brunch. There's like champagne, there's wine. Oh, it was so deluxe. Then we go to Europe. We're drinking, Allie's drinking nothing but beautiful wines, Italian wines, wines from Hungary, Hungarian wines. And she's like, oh, this one's amazing. Oh, this, and I'm picking them all. I'm picking them all. It was so hard. It was so freaking hard. But I gotta tell you, I would not give up my sobriety for anything. As much as I love wine. I love wine. Napa Cabernet, I'm so glad I discovered Napa Cabernet. 3 years before I quit drinking alcohol, I discovered Napa Cabernet. And man, that's the bomb. Are you familiar with it?
No, never tried it.
Do you drink wine?
I don't really drink. I just taste it every now and then.
Mm-hmm. Napa Cabernet, that's where it's at. So that's why I recommend everybody who's going on Ed's show to get Napa Cabernet and give it to him. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate it, driver. Arizona's own AZTV7. Yeah, my stomping grounds.
Should I shoot a quick video of me and you?
You want to?
Yeah.
Put your stuff down right there. Go ahead.
Hey, good morning. It's Vince Fung here. I am with my coach, Clint Arthur. And we are just at the entrance of Arizona TV, about to enter the doors of the studio and getting super excited.
Bring it closer.
For
There you go.
my TV appearance this morning. Super excited about it.
What are you going to be talking about?
I'm going to be talking about technology addiction. My question is, are you a cyborg?
There you go. There you go. Good.
Should I shoot that? Come off there,
All right. All right, have a seat. Question number 3.
Do you have a Fitbit strapped to your wrist?
Strap it on. What's the other one?
Smartwatch.
All right. You're going to have them both?
That's what I had in the kit.
Okay.
I put one on each arm.
Okay. Yeah, I tell you, this is a big step up. I much prefer coming to Phoenix than going to Tucson. I like Tucson. It's all right. It's just harder to get to. At least you can get direct flights here.
Mm-hmm. This is a big American Airlines hub. So.
I fly Southwest,
So.
usually. People don't understand why I fly Southwest. Number one, the most important thing for me is I'm always changing my flights. So every time I don't fly Southwest, I end up losing whatever I paid. Every time. All right. Now, when you do segments with props, you're at a tremendous advantage because the props guide you through the whole segment. You should lay them out in order of appearance. Okay. All right. Which one is... Okay, so what's question number 1?
Question number 1.
Louder.
Question number 1. Do you use a smartphone?
See, I'm here by the waterfall, so there's extra noise so that you can be louder. Okay? I don't care. I don't care about anything. Talk loud. Question number 1.
Question number 1. Do you use a smartphone?
Where's your smartphone? Put it on top of the computer. There you go.
Question number 1.
Louder.
Question number 1.
You see, Vince, you sound like there's somebody who's got a gun in your head who's telling you to whisper. That's what you sound like. It's like, you can't be like that. You have to talk free. You got to be out here, okay? This is the breakthrough for you. You got to stop holding yourself back, okay? Question number 1.
Question number 1.
Louder.
Question number 1.
Yes.
Do you use a smartphone? All of us have them. Most of us are spending way too much time on them. Question number 2. Do you pound?
I don't like. That is not what you need to say. Question number 1. Are you addicted to your smartphone? Is it constantly in your hand? Are you constantly on your smartphone? That's what you need to say.
Okay.
Let me hear you say it.
Are you addicted to your smartphone? Is it always in your hand? Are you constantly unlocking it?
It is not the power word.
Constantly.
Okay, you ready? Are you addicted to your smartphone? Is it constantly in your hand? Are your eyes constantly locked to your screen? Say that.
Are you addicted to your smartphone? Is it always in your hands? Are your eyes constantly glued to its screen?
Good.
Question number 2. Are you pounding away on the keyboard of your desktop or laptop computer every single day?
Open it up. Yeah, this way we don't have to see the see the stickers.
Okay.
Okay? Question number 2.
Question number 2. Are you pounding away at the keyboard of your desktop or laptop computer for hours every single day?
Good.
Question number 3. Do you have a Fitbit or other fitness tracking device strapped to your wrist, measuring your bodily functions and tracking your daily activities?
Button the button and keep it below. Yeah. There you go. All of this stuff is about eliminating distraction. Do you understand?
Yes.
What you're trying to do is draw attention to your talking points, and you must eliminate all distraction.
Question number 3. Do you have a Fitbit strapped to your wrist?
Don't shake your wrist. Never shake the props. Do you have a Fitbit strapped to your wrist?
Should I point at it or just hold it up?
Hold it right up. Yeah, I guess you have a second hand, so you could point at it. Point right to the Fitbit, like touch it. There you go. Good.
Okay. Question number 3. Do you have a Fitbit or other fitness tracking device strapped to your wrist, constantly measuring your bodily functions and tracking your daily activities?
Okay, now we need to insert some more vocal variety. This is how you sound. Do you have a Fitbit strapped to your wrist, constantly measuring your bodily functions? Okay? Dude, this is why I wanted you to say it 250 times. Do you have a Fitbit strapped to your wrist, constantly measuring your bodily functions?
Question number 3. Do you have a Fitbit strapped to your wrist, constantly measuring your bodily functions? Question number 4. Do you use a smartwatch Or do you use a Bluetooth headset so that you can communicate directly from your body?
Do you have a Bluetooth headset?
I don't have one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you use a Bluetooth headset or a smartwatch? Reverse it.
Reverse it. Okay. Do you use a Bluetooth headset or a smartwatch so that you can communicate directly from your body? Question number 5. Are you thinking about cutting the cord and canceling your TV subscription? Don't do it. Actually, I should sleep off, but don't do it.
Question number 5.
Question number 5. Are you thinking about cutting the cord and canceling your TV subscription in favor of... Oh.
Did you cut the cord and cancel your cable TV so that you could be constantly tethered to Netflix? Come on.
I'm just trying to think. Yeah.
What?
Okay. Have you cut the cord and canceled your cable TV subscription and are now tethered to online streaming services like Netflix and YouTube?
Good.
Question number 6. Do you use Alexa or another digital assistant?
Hold it up right next to your face.
Do you use Alexa or another digital assistant to execute your commands? Question number 7. Do you rely on Facebook and LinkedIn and other social media sites to not only connect with your friends, but to get the latest news and updates? Question number 8. Do you use smart home devices like plugs, light switches?
Wait, what was number 7 again? Say it again.
Number 7 is, do you use social media sites like Facebook and LinkedIn to not only connect with your friends, but to get the latest news and updates?
Okay.
Question number 8. Do you use smart home devices like plugs, light switches, door locks, and thermostats so that you can control your home regardless of where your body is physically located?
Yeah, when you hold this one, I want you to hold it like that.
Okay, so they can see it.
So they can see the button. You were holding it the other way, and what we were seeing was the...
It just looks like an adapter plug.
Yeah. Okay?
Okay, question number 8. Do you use smart home devices like plugs, light switches, electric door locks, and thermostats so that you can control your home regardless of where your body is physically located?
Good.
Question number 9. Do you rely on Google Maps to mindlessly get you where you need to go?
In 400 feet, turn left. You should say that.
In 400 feet, turn left.
No, you need to sound like a computer when you say it.
In 400 feet, turn left. And question number 10. Do you have a robot for a pet? Are you still relying on good old-fashioned Fido? If you answered 1 yes, maybe you're a cyborg. 2 yeses, you are very likely a cyborg. 3 yeses, you are definitely already a cyborg. So how do you become human? H, hear this message. There's a reason you're hearing me on your TV right now. You understand that being human is a choice. M, make the decision to become a human being. A, abstain from using and being addicted to all these cyborg devices. And N, now. The time is to do something right now.
I love that
The
little
choice-
crack in your voice.
Make the choice to be a human.
All right. How can we find out more information?
VinceFung.com.
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 Do that again.
VinceFung.com.
More.
VinceFung.com.
More.
VinceFung.com.
Let's play around with that. Let's see how much vocal variety you can insert into VinceFung.com.
VinceFung.com.
More.
VinceFung.
More.
VinceFung.com.
Hey man, I'm telling you, I want you to have more fun. How do you have more fun? By playing the game.
Playing the game.
Right? What's the game?
The game is to play with energy.
The game is to surprise yourself on how you can make your voice come out of your mouth and you don't even know what you're going to sound like. That's the game.
The game is to play with my voice and to not even know what the heck I'm going to sound like when it comes out.
Yeah. And the more fun you have when you're doing it, and the more unexpected it can be, the better this whole entire thing is going to be for you forever.
I'm going to have so much fun with this because it's going to sound so much. It's going to have so much energy. I'm going to play with my voice, doing all kinds of different things, and I'm going to have a blast when I'm on TV.
Because the whole, when you don't know what you're going to sound like when it comes out, then what happens is you become more alive. And that's what this is really all about, Vince Fung.
I'm going to be... I'm going to play with my voice, and I have no idea what it's going to sound like when I'm on TV, but it's going to have so much variety that I'm going to have fun, and I'm going to have fun, and I'm going to have fun!
Yeah! We've just discovered that Vince Fung and I and his wife Irina are all Virgos, and I don't meet a lot of Virgos. You meet a lot of Virgos?
I have a few friends that are Virgos, but I don't meet a lot of them.
You know, I figured he was a Virgo because he wanted to clean his screen of his computer. How many people have you met with your exact birthday?
My exact birthday? I have met one.
Only one in your whole life?
Yes.
Isn't it funny?
Yes.
I only have met 4. And here's the crazy part. A couple of years ago, I think it was like 2 years ago, I met 3 people with my exact birthday in 2 weeks.
Wow. You had a Virgo conference or something?
No. Wow, that would be cool, the Virgo conference. That would be really cool.
All the people that are OCD about all the stuff around them.
Oh my God. I wonder, the Virgo conference. We're inviting all Virgos to come to the Virgo conference. Wow. Would you go to that?
I would definitely go to it, and I'd drag Irina along with me, because I think she would have a blast.
Oh my God, the Virgo conference. I wonder. Wow. All right, 8:24, and you know, Elon Musk recently said that we are already cyborgs. What does that mean? Are you a cyborg? We brought in technology expert Vince Fung from Debian Technology to talk to us about it. Vince, thanks for coming on the show.
It's great to be here. Listen, I'm married to an amazing woman. My wife is a pro fitness athlete. She's all about being present in her body, mind, and spirit. But our son, he's becoming a cyborg.
Hey, listen. I don't feel like you appreciate it enough. I think you're just saying words. Especially when you're saying, hey, I am married to an amazing, beautiful woman. She's a pro fitness athlete. I mean, if you're not lit up by talking about her, then you're too much of a cyborg. Seriously.
You're right. I have to feel it. I need to feel the energy that my wife gives me every single day.
Yeah.
That's right.
You're fucking lucky to have that.
Oh, yeah. So I'm married to this amazing woman, and she's a pro fitness athlete. She's all about being present in her body, her mind, and her spirit.
Okay, look, everything goes up. If you want to kill the robot, especially, which you need to, everything goes up. Hey, I'm married to the most amazing, beautiful woman. She's a pro fitness athlete. She's all about being alive in her body. Everything goes up.
I'm married to this amazing woman. She's a pro fitness athlete, and she's all about being alive in her body, her mind, and her spirit. But our son, he's completely addicted to his smartphone. He's a cyborg. He spends hours playing games and watching videos of other people living their lives instead of living his own.
Do you really feel that? Yes?
I do feel. I can feel it more.
No, I mean about your son.
About our son?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Have you talked to him about it?
Yeah, we do. We do bug him about it a fair bit. We try to limit his time. What are you sensing? Oh, are you just like being the host?
No,
okay.
I'm just really curious if you really feel that way.
Yeah. Yeah. So Yeah, we definitely feel that way. He spends way too much time interacting with his cyborg technology instead of interacting with real people.
I mean, if he watches this segment, he's going to watch it.
Oh yeah, he's gonna watch it.
How do you feel about the fact that you're talking about him like this on TV?
Well, I told him I'm going to be talking about him, and he said, fine. You can talk about me.
All right, good. Start again. Vince Fung from DB Technology. Thanks for coming on the show.
It's great to be here.
No waiting.
Oh, it's great to be here.
You know.
You know, it's great to be here. You know, I'm married to an amazing woman. My beautiful wife, she's a pro fitness athlete, and she's all about being present in her body, her mind, and her spirit. But our son, he's completely addicted to his smartphone. He's become a cyborg. He can spend hours playing games and watching videos of other people living their lives instead of living his own. So my question for your audience is, are you a cyborg? Let's take a quiz. Question number 1. Do you use a smartphone? Are you addicted to it? And are you spending hours with your eyes glued to the screen?
Oh, let's take this a second a different way a little bit. Okay, so my question for you and me and everybody who's watching this is, are you or your kid or your spouse a cyborg?
Okay.
Can you do that?
Yep.
Okay. Open it up.
Okay. Yeah, I got it. The millions are in the masses.
Yeah. Good. All right, good. Go ahead.
Okay, my question for you, for me, for your kids, your spouses, everybody in the audience is, are you a cyborg?
Let's take the quiz.
Let's take the quiz. Question number 1. Are you addicted to your smartphone? Do you spend hours on it?
Is it constantly in your hand? Are your eyes locked to the screen? That kind of stuff. Like acting it out. Being big.
Are you addicted to your smartphone? Is it always in your hands?
Don't shake the prop.
Yeah. Are you addicted to your smartphone? Is it always in your hands? Are your eyes constantly glued to the screen?
Yeah, like this. Are your eyes constantly glued to the screen? Like that.
Eyes constantly glued to the screen?
Yeah. Do that again. Question number 1.
Question number 1. Are you addicted to your smartphone? Is it always in your hands? Are your eyes always glued to the screen?
Good.
Question number 2. Are you spending hours pounding away on the keyboard of your desktop or laptop computer every single day? Question number 3. Do you have a Fitbit or other fitness tracker strapped to your wrist, measuring your bodily functions and tracking your daily activities? Question number 4. Do you use a Bluetooth headset, or do you use a smartwatch so that you can communicate directly from your body? Question number 5. Are you thinking about cutting the cord and canceling your cable TV and becoming tethered to online streaming services like Netflix and YouTube?
Good.
Question number 6. Do you use Alexa or
Don't
Siri
shake the prop.
or another digital assistant to execute your commands?
Good.
Question number 7. Do you rely on Facebook and LinkedIn and other social media to not only connect with your friends, but to get your latest news and updates?
Good.
Question number 8. Do you
Look. There you go.
Do you use...
See what's on the bottom? See, look at the part on the bottom. The other part. That. See that? I don't want to see that part.
Oh, you don't want to see?
No, the little words. See those? That's what I don't want to see.
Okay.
Okay? Good.
Do you use smart home devices like plugs, light switches, thermostats, and door locks so that you can control your house from wherever your body is physically located? Question number 9. Do you mindlessly rely on Google Maps to get you to where you need to go? Turn left in 400 meters.
No meters.
Oh.
That's Canada.
Turn left in 400 feet.
In 400 feet, turn left. Is that what it says? Yeah.
In 400 feet, turn left. And question number 10, do you have a robot for a pet? Or are you still relying on good old-fashioned Fido? If you answered one yes, maybe you're a cyborg. 2 yeses, you're very likely a cyborg. 3 yeses, you are most definitely a cyborg right now. So how do you become human? H, hear this message. There's a reason you're hearing me on your TV right now. You understand that becoming a human being is a choice. M, make the decision to be human. A, abstain from using and being addicted to all these cyborg devices. And N, now, the time to start is right now. Now is the time to choose to be human.
Wow, Vince, so much better. Do you feel the difference?
I do feel the difference, absolutely.
Yeah, so much better. How can we get more information?
VinceFung.com.
Very nice. This is not just about rehearsal. This is not just about going on TV. If you start performing like this in your everyday life, in your interactions with customers, prospects, your wife, your son, your family and friends, that's what this is about.
All the freaking time.
Yeah. That's about being more alive
Being alive.
instead of being a cyborg.
I am not a cyborg.
I will see you at VirgoCon.
Laughing.
Clint ain't late.
Ain't late
Clint
ever.
ain't late.
Hey, Clint ain't late.
Oh my God. What's your birthday?
August
August what?
21st.
You're a Leo. Oh, what about you?
I'm March.
You're March?
I'm Aries.
He and I are Virgos, right? And his wife is a Virgo. And he goes, and I told him,
I'm right on the cusp. 21.
I told him that
Almost a Virgo.
I told him that I met 3 Virgos in 2 weeks one time. And he goes, what were you at a conference? And I go, holy shit, VirgoCon.
Oh.
I got VirgoCon.com.
Oh, wow. You're so funny.
Now,
Never
Nikki is
missing
the
an
21st.
opportunity at all.
Maybe you should do LeoCon.
Okay, I can do that.
You want to do LeoCon?
Yeah.
Fuck.
See if it's there.
So Nikki's is the 23rd of August.
Is she a Virgo?
So she's right on the cusp. Very
well,
on the cusp.
I'm the 21st. Which
She's
the
a
22nd is the
Leo.
cusp.
Yeah.
No.
No?
22nd is starts Virgo. She's a Virgo.
She's a Virgo?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. You guys want to come to VirgoCon?
Yeah, sure.
It's going to be in Cancun.
Okay.
It's gonna be where?
Cancun.
Too funny.
Oh my God. Where's he going to be doing this segment?
In the studio in the corner.
In the corner?
Yeah, everyone's doing
All right. Here, let's set him up over here.
Can you fit it on this paper?
Yes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, perfect. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, laptop, I'm gonna open that up.
Can you use it?
That's it.
Can I see what you're going to show on these? Because sometimes it's tricky to pick up.
Is it better to just have a black screen or?
No.
Yes, if that's
No, he's
better
got
for
some.
you.
No, he's got some stuff. That's a nice screen.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, just boost the
I
brightness
can,
up
yeah,
on
I
it.
can boost that.
That's
Good.
What are you talking about with this laptop?
I'm just going to show it as.
Say what
one
you're
of
gonna
my
say.
questions.
Say the talking
So
point.
The question is, do you pound away on the keyboard of your laptop or desktop computer for hours every single day? I'm just going to show that.
What, this? Just the laptop itself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
no problem.
I'm just going to hold it up like this.
No worries, dude. I wasn't sure if you're going to go to a website or something.
No.
Okay. So you just got.
He's got a 10-point quiz. He's got a 10-question quiz.
Really?
So each
If you're
one.
a cyborg. Or
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm wearing a couple of the props as well. So.
I see. I see. Where are your Apple AirPods? You know what I mean? That's the next evolution.
Yeah.
Bluetooth headset. Yep. All right, lose the plastic bag. Just throw it on the table. It's okay. He's a Virgo.
Yeah.
Are you a Virgo?
No.
What are you?
I'm an Aries, actually.
Aries?
Yeah.
Hey.
Are you too?
Yes.
Nice. Right on. Yeah. This is. We're like impulsive play. It all makes sense.
We're all about play, and immaturity, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Right?
That's why I'm working here. That's it. Okay. You're good. You're good. Everything's good.
All right.
Vince.
So I'm going to be in here.
Yeah.
Okay. So am I sitting on a stool or on?
Yeah, I have a feeling you'll probably be standing or
Okay.
or sitting. You're slated for sitting. I have a feeling we might be standing.
Yeah, standing is good.
8:45 is your segment.
8:45.
4 minutes. You don't need to look at the camera. It's just a conversation with Brad. So
Awesome.
yeah, and we'll bring you in a couple minutes before you have plans.
I want to have him come in and watch me do mine.
Yeah,
if
you
it's
want?
okay. Yeah.
So should I be setting up my props ahead of time?
We'll set it up
Well, I
a few
guess
minutes
we'll-
ahead of
a few
time.
minutes, okay.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about it too much. This table is going to be used all show anyway.
All show?
So,
Awesome.
let's see, Clint. You are on.
Mine is the B-roll segment.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. Clint, you're on at 8:36.
Yep.
8:36. We'll bring you in a little bit before as well.
Thank you, sir.
Places to get all the photos.
Are you constantly on your screen?
On my screen with my eyes glued to my smartphone.
It's on here.
That's right. Men should actually help their partners out. It actually reduces the incidence of heart disease. And in fact, 1 out of 4 people are going to die in this country of heart disease. That's over 1 million people in the Phoenix area. That's a lot of people that are dying of heart disease.
Yeah, and I was telling you that I actually relieve my stress by doing the laundry. People think I'm crazy, but after I do the laundry, I feel so much more relaxed.
Yeah, that's an important thing for people to do, and actually to do it together. One of the things we have here is men oftentimes don't do their own laundry, but I think men should pick up their own laundry. And I think they should
You should
pick
just
up
hold the prop.
There you go, and it's not that hard to do, is it?
It's not that hard to do, to throw it in the washer and put a little detergent in there and then fold them together. And actually it's going to reduce the stress and increase the level of oxytocin and intimacy in the home. And we know what happens when we increase the intimacy. We're going to reduce heart disease.
Yeah, I like that. Yes, it gets me a workout. So let's also talk one thing that guys hate to do, and that's dishes. Guys think, okay, I'm just going to set it on the counter, or even leave it on the table,
Or even just put it in the sink, dirty. Isn't that good? So I think men should actually be helping out in the kitchen. Whether it's cooking in the kitchen with him or he can wash and she can dry. It increases that level of intimacy and increases the bonding. And how much fun can you have in the kitchen? There's a lot of fun that can happen there.
Why are they breaking out with stress?
Well, one of the things that happens for women when they experience a bonding issue or a bonding procedure with, oftentimes with kids, when they hold kids, it's bonding, but it releases oxytocin. But when they do their oxytocin when they do procedures or household chores with their partner, it reduces oxytocin and increases their level of desire and intimacy for the partner.
Yeah.
And that increases or decreases the level of stress that people will have.
Yeah, now there's one thing I know, there's some of my friends out there, I'm gonna look at you guys. It's easy to do. I did it when my kids were little. It's very simple. Change a diaper. It goes a long way, doesn't it?
It's exactly right. Men should be changing more diapers in the home. It increases that oxytocin, and if you want your women turned on, change the diapers.
So, making the bed. How easy is that?
Making the bed. We've been told from the beginning of time that we should be making our bed. I think
That's a bad prop.
Bed together. It actually
That's a fake prop. That's not a bed pillow. See? He should just take the pillow from the hotel and bring it in. That's what I told him.
And again, I do recommend guys, do not brag that you're doing all this. That will actually increase stress on you, but don't brag about it, just do it.
Just do it. Just pick up the stuff, do the house, do the laundry, pick up and do the dishes. And I think men should even clean the living room. They should be out there dusting, but I think women should do it too. Men pushing.
What? Why is he holding it like that? Hold it the correct way. It should be like this.
Intimacy which is important for reducing the heart attack.
Am I right?
It should have feathers on it. It shouldn't be that funny
Yeah.
microfiber stuff. It should be one of those good old feather.
You're right. You're right.
It's like boxers, briefs, or
kid.
Oh,
whatever you want.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you. Fine. Look, we're relieving stress for you. So now we want to get you around the valley with River Law when we come back, because there's some great things happening here in the valley.
8:25. You're right before me. Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Pre-Virgo Con.
Leocon.
See how she spells her name, Rachel? Weird name spelling, huh?
What is it?
Rachael. Louder. Look, there's Steve Harvey in the background. There you go.
Thank you.
There you go. Bouncing around, huh? Bouncing around.
No, we are shooting Brad at the monitor. Yes, hold on. Oh, we're shooting Brad at the monitor. Whoops. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Time back?
Where's my, there it is. Minute back. Just read them exactly as they go.
Oh, there's typos in the news?
Yeah.
Oh,
45 seconds.
45. I gotta move the mic up.
Clint's right here. He's right here.
Clint's right here.
No, I need it. You're right there. That's good. I gotta go. Brad,
Are you mic'd up?
No.
Hey, he's not mic'd, guys.
It's not my
Here, I'll go out here and get one.
Oh, you got 2 minutes. No, stay right there. Stay right there. I just realized we have a satellite.
And just a hair to your right.
Am I right? Or you're right?
Is that's my right, sorry.
15 seconds.
About 4 minutes.
Okay.
9.
4 seconds.
H&M.
Yeah.
You can help.
You get some good stuff there sometimes. I got a really good
This is all big dances.
shirt there.
See how you can make fear work for you. Then, forget the junk candy this Halloween. Your kids will actually enjoy these healthy treats.
Do you want to put that in your pocket and you want me to dress it up for you?
On the Daily Mix.
Oh, you're cool.
Welcome. What a great half hour we have lined up for you here on the Daily Mix, your go-to show for everything going on in the community. I am Brad Perry. I'm going to help you find your smile on this next half hour. I've been helping you find out more than once. And I want to help my daughter, Olivia. Olivia, how are you? There in Chicago, we're starting to get coaches watching us online. I said I'd give a shout out to her because we're talking about favorite movies. And this one right here was not in the top 5, but it should be because it's my daughter's favorite one. And that is, Medea. That's right, Medea's Halloween. Boo, by Tyler Perry. That's right. And again, this is a great movie. Tony is, I think, one of the 2 people that went to the movie theater to see it because everybody else saw it on DVD or do what my daughter does, and that's, of course, get the bootleg from off the streets of Chicago. See that? That's the one that I love. Again, Boo 2. What? Not Boo 1, but Boo 2. That's right. Medea did it twice. And again, I think these should have been Oscar nominated for some category, but Tyler Perry and Medea Halloween, not Boo 1, but Boo 2. And again, Tony, did you see those? Did you see 2, Tony? You did? Tony did see 2, my daughter did see it too, but hers was a little shaky because again, she went and bought the DVD off the streets of Chicago, her and her boyfriend Dan, so we're having fun here. So, hey, are you scared of your job? Well, we're going to be talking about that coming up in just a little bit. And again, we have a great half-hour show for you. Before that, We want to get some news and weather for you.
Now let's take a look at some stories.
Good.
Arizona Daily Mix.
All right.
You crazy. You crazy. You crazy.
Crazy.
Medical Center near East Street in Van Buren will close its doors next month due to a decline in patients. For the past 2 years, beds in the hospital have been occupied. The underwear company, Tommy John, an Arizona State University graduate, has opened its first Arizona store.
So these are ASU graduate guys?
Which has 5 other stores around the country.
We got to get them in. I went to this place.
Shirts, bras, and apparel. For the first time in 9 years, the U.S. Forest Service ended the fiscal year without completing
Hey, there's nothing in my cup.
There's not supposed to be.
This is fake.
You know why?
Why?
Because you don't need a cup to show how full you are.
Oh, I'm
You know, you're overflowing.
Yeah.
This is just extra.
performance and air conditioning. Events will see lots of
Are we live right now on your little thing there?
Yeah.
Hi, people. Who's on there?
We're not live.
We're not live?
Yeah.
We're just recording.
Yeah.
I thought you were live. So.
I should be live.
Expect sunny skies today with a high
Yeah, but I
Is that another prompter thing for me that you wrote or no?
I heard no prompter. I didn't hear any prompter. No prompter, right? So I'm not alert.
with temperatures only reaching about 48 degrees.
Isn't it nice?
Imagine it.
I like that jacket. I like that jacket.
I know. It's like my little silver one.
You have a silver one?
I'm not in that color, but I wanted to do silver.
Yeah.
It was the low one I wanted.
And it certainly reveals how much shifting education has come.
People are getting new jobs, they're changing careers often, they have side careers.
I'll check it out.
Their
I love
life
silver.
circumstances change.
Yeah. Well, what it is,
change, so
it's
they
men's
need to
club
find a
today.
way
It's
to pull
online.
together and sort of mix and match different
They have a
ways
guild
of
shop right at the
skilling, upskilling, reskilling, getting their education. This includes online learning, short courses, employer courses, so they're really figuring it out.
Vince, you know, it's a party here. Just be ready.
Ranging in age from 6
You know? Because I got cyborgs all around me. There's cyborgs all around me. They're not even real. Cyborg party.
Cyborg party.
Cyborg.
Gen Z really.
I like to wear shiny things,
is
see?
awesome, and they understand
There's no
that
wrong.
education and a traditional
telling you,
education
shiny's
in many
where
ways
it's
is
at.
important. But what they're trying to figure out is
Ah,
what the
see?
value
Shiny.
is for
There
them.
he is. Doctor in the house.
It's okay if he stands there and watches?
Our current education.
If you want to go over here.
They
Go
need
stand
to
over next to
adjust
Vince.
to what lifelong learning
I'll split up.
is. Today's school.
40 seconds.
Coming out on one or what am I coming out on? Coming start on 2 or 3?
So the universities
Start on
have
3?
an opportunity
Huh?
to.
Vince, you're gonna be outside the studio when we're here. Aaron, don't forget to watch that.
Social media is seen as a negative.
He can't watch?
Concerns.
Well, we're gonna
learners
get a
are
shot of him at
embracing
the end of this.
technology.
Oh, okay.
20 seconds.
You can watch on the TV over there, but make sure he knows
And
the delay.
technology is a positive for
So.
learning, that it enhances learning, it has adaptive capabilities. 70% of Americans think that there will be no more textbooks, physical textbooks in a decade.
A lot different.
I
Wrong.
got this great book I read
Learn
too.
more at
Have
Pearson.com.
you heard Remix by Lindsay Powell?
No, what's that about?
It's a great one. So. Oh, more and more people are saying, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared of my work, I don't know what to do, I don't know what But Clint author's telling us that is good actually, to be scared and to take those chances, right?
Amen to fear. When I was on the Today Show with Brooke Shields, she said, that sounds scary, Clint. Because I said, life begins where your comfort zone ends. She goes, that sounds scary. I go, yeah, and when it's scary is when it's great. And I really do believe that is how you grow. There's no growth when you're in your comfort zone. All the comfort zone does is keep you where you're at.
Right.
So if you want to grow, if you want to become more, if you want to be more, do more, and have more, you got to get out of your comfort zone, and that requires you to be afraid.
Yeah, and it's not just about in your job, it's at home, it's in your relationship, it's in everything you do, right?
Oh man, some of my best, most exciting parts of my life was when I did things in my relationship that I was afraid to do, ask questions that I was afraid to hear the answers to. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we've been there.
Man, I remember some of those. Those are really great.
Do
But
you
like,
love me? Oh,
Yeah.
Explain your love to me.
I said to my wife, I love you. She goes, that's nice. That's the first time I told her I loved her. She said, that's nice. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
But look, I just did this big event with Martha Stewart and Ice-T and Coco at Carnegie Hall.
Yeah.
You know why I did it? because I was afraid.
Yeah.
That's why I did it.
I love it.
And it helped me to really grow as a person. I got to work with Martha Stewart. I got to work with Ice-T. You know, I said, Ice, what's the most important thing you ever learned? He goes, don't trust anybody. Wow. Whoa. And he also said, don't expect anybody to wake up with your dream. You got to live your dream.
There it is. And I actually got great advice from a very famous person, performer, and he said that the day that he stops being scared going on that stage is the day that he doesn't perform anymore.
That's right. I've heard a lot of people are like that. Like Bruce Springsteen, he always got butterflies.
Yeah.
I believe that having fear, I really believe when it's scary is when it's great. And so every time I get an opportunity to push myself out of my comfort zone, do something that I'm afraid to do, I want to do it.
So give me one tip on if someone right now is scared out there from their job or from home or whatever, what can they do to overcome that fear really quick?
Hey, look, fear is a natural part of life. And you have to understand that when you are coming up against the fear, that's when it's going to be great. So when you're feeling the fear, you should smile and say, hey, wait, now I'm getting afraid. This is when it's getting great. And you should be excited that you've discovered something that's pushing you out of your comfort zone, because that's where all the growth is going to be.
I love it. Where are you speaking next? Where can people find you?
Oh my God. You know what? Check out my radio show. Okay, it's on WABCRadio.com. It's called The Greatest Show of All Time, and it's all about how to do more, be more, and have more.
Love it.
Yeah.
Hey. Whenever he comes by, get you up and going, get you out being scared for a lot. Well, guess what? Some of you might be scared that you're turning into a cyborg. So when we come back, we have a guy who's going to tell us how we can put it away and be better with ourselves. When more of the Daily Mix returns after this.
Yeah, the mix rockin'!
Perfect.
Break
All
this
right.
mold.
All right.
We got Brad at Monitor next.
How was that?
It was good.
Was that okay?
That was great.
2 minutes.
Out of my fear zone.
Vince has some props.
Yes, Vince has a lot of props. What'd you learn?
I learned that if you're going to do this and you're going to have everything you want, you got to have fun getting it, because it's a lot of fun to get what you want and the things that are important to you. Take getting out of the comfort zone. You got to live in fear and walk through it. That's what courage is all about.
Hey, I like it. I like it. Very nice. Good. Good.
That was good.
Good. Good. Good.
All right. Can we stand?
There it is. Yep.
Let's stay. Hey, Aaron, we're going to stand and stuff. Sit down.
That's cool.
Sit down. Clint. This looks kind of like everybody
Repeat.
Chairs with we got to.
All right.
I think I got it, yeah. There you go. You're free.
Thank you.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yes.
Closing on camera 3.
3? Okay. Fung.
30 seconds.
Fung.
See if we can tuck in that wire. There you go.
I will.
30 seconds for tape.
Your company and stuff. Just follow my lead. We'll go through. We're talking
Louder.
to stop cyborg stuff and how not to be like questions. You know what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
I hope so. You told me.
Hear how loud he is? He's loud. See? Yeah.
So we're gonna cheat you just a little bit. We're gonna bring. He's gonna go other way. Yep. So then this is well, we know it's that time of year that everyone is concentrating on the costume the kids are going to wear for Halloween. But it really comes down to the treats they're going to be getting. And God, that guy looks good. Sally, let me check with that. Who is talking about healthy treats for our kids, so that way we make sure we're not at the dentist right after Halloween. How are you, Sally?
I'm good, thank you.
Let's get right into it. Let's talk, because I know parents are wondering, how can I keep my kids healthy during this time of year?
Sure, well, I want to make something clear. I am a dietitian, but I've got nothing against candy. I know that candy is a big part of Halloween. It's what a lot of kids are looking forward to, so I never say,
Play
no candy
Aaron's
at all.
playlist.
But I think it's nice nice to have some balance in there.
You never close your eyes anymore when I kiss your lips. Tenderness like before in your fingertips. Go to Aaron's playlist too. Why do you build me up, buttercup? Oh yeah, play number 3.
Let's go to Brad.
Sounds
good. I don't know what that
It comes in really yummy varieties.
Play Tony's playlist.
I
think that's pretty accurate.
It's also not gluten-free and
Vince, just don't try this at home unless you have a crew like this. And then we'll question you why you have a crew like this.
Yeah, most importantly, this tastes really good. So whatever you're giving
Vince.
out, it's gotta taste good, or kids don't.
Get in, get out. On 3.
Listen, talk to me. What's this? A smart plug.
Something that's fun and interesting. And as you said, allergies is one thing you have to watch out for.
You do. And it's nice to be inclusive. You know, you don't want kids to show up at your door and you don't have any.
He's got a formula for how you can become human.
40 seconds. Bowie.
Sure, just go out and enjoy trick or treat. It is a great night to be active in your neighborhood. You know, so many parents worry about their kids.
I watched this movie on the plane. It was called Yesterday. Have you seen that movie?
Oh yeah, that's I've not seen it.
It was really good. I liked it a lot.
All right.
It was about this, something happens and nobody knows what the Beatles are.
10 seconds.
Against chocolate.
Right.
Of course, we want them to be healthy, and what a great way to do that, huh?
Yes, exactly. It's all about balance.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm so glad she didn't want us to not have chocolate. That made my day right there. So I'll just remind. Here is Vince, and Vince is letting me know that maybe people out there are feeling more like their cell phones than they are feeling like their selves because they could be cyborgs. And let's explain what a cyborg is in your eyes, because it's not like everyone thinks where I'm just walking around and I got one eye, I'm like blind spot. It's our connecting with our devices, right?
Yeah, it's connecting with the devices and connecting with humans. Look, I'm married to an amazing woman. My wife is a pro fitness athlete, and she's all about being present in her mind, her body, and her spirit. But our son, he's become a cyborg. He's completely addicted to his smartphone. You know, he can spend hours playing games and watching videos of others living their lives instead of living his own. So my question for you, for me, for the audience, the spouses, the children, is: are you a cyborg?
Yeah.
Well, let's take a quiz.
All right, how do we do
Question
this?
number 1. Are you addicted to your smartphone?
Yeah.
Is it always gripped in your hands with your eyes glued to the screen?
I'm one of those people. All right. I got
Question number
that
2.
one. All right.
Do you pound away at the keyboard on your desktop or laptop computer for hours every single day?
And not do anything.
Exactly. Question 3. Do you have a Fitbit or other fitness tracking device strapped to your wrist that measures your bodily functions and tracks your daily activities?
No, I don't. I'm not. No. What else do we have here?
Use a Bluetooth headset or use a smartwatch so that you can communicate directly from your body.
Hey, let's move to the next one.
Are you thinking about cutting the cord and canceling your TV subscription? Don't do it, because you're going to be tethered to online services like Netflix and YouTube.
Right, and you want to be watching us, the Daily Mix, on your regular TV.
Amen.
There you go. All right.
Question number 6. Do you use Alexa, Siri, or another digital assistant to execute your commands?
I don't, but I know people do literally walk in their house and go, Alexa, turn on the TV, or Alexa, turn on the lights, right?
Yeah.
So that's a cyborg.
Question number 7.
Okay.
Do you use Facebook or LinkedIn or other social media sites to not only connect with your friends, but to get the latest news and updates?
Okay, move to the next thing. All right. Man, I'm turning into a cyborg here.
Do you use smart home devices like plugs, light switches, door locks, and thermostats so they can control your house regardless of where your physical body is located?
Nope, I'm still old school. Boy, turn on that light.
Do you mindlessly rely on Google Maps to get you to where you need to go?
Kind of. Well, I'm still a guy. I pretty much know where I'm going.
And the last question is, do you have a robot for a pet? Or are you still relying on good old-fashioned Fido?
So I have Fido. So
Fido,
these are
Fido.
ways we need to check and see. So how can we unplug from all this? How can I say, because I just took off my Fitbit watch, but how can you give me one thing really quick that we can do?
Well, if you answered 1 yes to these questions, you're likely a cyborg. 2 yeses, you're very likely a cyborg. 3 yeses, you're most definitely a cyborg. So here's what you need to do to become human. H, hear this message. There's a reason you're hearing me on your TV today. You understand that becoming human is a choice. M, make the choice to be human. A, abstain from allowing these devices to be an addiction and becoming so attached to these cyborg devices. And N, now, it's time to take action right now. Today is the day that you become human.
I love it, Vince. That's right. Become human. Keep watching the Daily Mix. How can they find out about you? Because this is great.
VinceFung.com.
There it is. VinceFung.com. We'll have information on aztv.com. When we come back, we'll tell you what's going on aztv.com because we got a lot coming up for us. And I'm going to stop being a cyborg, and I'm going to tell you to stop being a cyborg, so stick around. So,
Yay!
All right.
Go,
I
Ben!
took out my Fitbit on a minute, so lost some steps.
Be a cyborg and married to that woman.
All right, then, so.
Nice job. That's awesome.
Something right.
Telling you. Thank you, gentlemen.
Excuse me.
How can they get more information?
VinceFung.com.
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 How do you feel?
Pumped.
Pumped? Good. Was that fun?
It was fun, yeah.
That was number one.
It went very fast.
It's very
Just
fast.
like, boom, it's over.
Good. You did good. He asked you for one thing, so that meant you should have skipped past the 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Because he was running out of time.
Okay.
Okay? So you should have just gone right into the human formula.
Okay.
But other than that, it was very good. Okay?
Great.
Good. Great job. What did you think of his?
I thought you did a good job. I think you did really good. You know, and interacting with him and answering his questions, good.
Good first time if that was
You did
it.
great.
That was wonderful.
Thanks a lot. First time's nervous, right?
Oh, yeah.
But you kept smiling.
Yeah.
You did. It was good. Good. I thought they both
Thanks
did
for
good.
coaching.
I thought they both did good. I'm so glad to support them at AZTV 7 in Phoenix, Arizona.
Yay, Tamisa.
Vince did a very nice job, as did Michael, of course. My critique of this, though, is that I thought it was kind of yelling a little bit, shouting, over-modulating, if you will, coming at you and not making it as much of a conversation as it could have been.
Okay.
When you have the 10, the questions that are you a da-da-da? And it was like he was almost just waiting for the answer to come back, just whatever he would have said, rather than engaging, and Brad was trying to make it somewhat of a conversation. So just be careful of that when you're going through. So even though you have like 10 of them, you may only get through 5. You know what I mean? But at least you will have engaged, and back and forth, and it'd be more interesting. And Mike, I thought you did a great job.
Thanks.
Actually, and my only comment with you, everybody, is that I think we caught you looking over in the monitor every once in a while as you're coming by, or looking over kind of off. It seemed when you look at the tape, it looked like you were distracted by something.
Oh, okay. I don't think I even noticed the monitor, but
You may not, but there was. I'm just saying when I was watching it in the booth.
Okay.
But I thought it was real interesting. I thought you did a really good job of engaging with Brad and back and forth, and I thought that came through pretty nicely.
Thanks. Thank you.
It was a good one. So
Cool.
and that was it.
Very good.
And you're
Clint's just playing around.
What can you say, right?
But one thing that's very obvious when I have people that you work with, that there seems to be a similarity, like the body language, the affect. Maybe we should be breaking them up, guys, because everybody does this thing.
Well, you know where that comes from?
No.
Comes from the most successful television personality of all time.
Yeah, I didn't say it. Yeah, but I'm just.
You
saying.
know when he watch when he walks out at a rally.
Mm-hmm.
He walks out at a rally, he goes like this.
Right. Right, I'm just saying that some people it looks more natural. Maybe it's just a matter of of practicing it or something. But some you can see like, okay, open hands now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
And
I was talking with my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, Donald Trump, watch him walk out at any rally.
Right. No, and I know that. I know that technique.
Do you know why they do that?
Just so that I'm open. Well, that's a body language. Yeah.
Okay. It comes from the first thing you look at when you see another person
Right.
is their hands. Because you want to see, do they have a weapon in their hand?
I didn't realize that.
Yes. That is what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason you do that is to make sure that you're not going to be attacked by somebody. And what studies have shown is that when a person demonstrates that they have nothing in their hands, that they are more likable and charismatic. That's why I teach my students to do this.
But you're aware of it that you're all kind of doing that.
I get it.
Yeah.
Well, that's only because most people suck on TV and they don't do
Well, that's
it.
probably true. But I mean, when you do it in a way that feels very natural, you come on, you were already this before we've even got the camera rolling.
Yep.
You know, you're doing this and you're walking into that.
Yep. And I'm actually doing stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
As opposed to just okay, now it's time for this.
Yep.
And it's not necessarily you guys specifically, but that's the thing that I just noticed. But it's all good. One way or another, either one or two of us will be here tonight.
All right.
I appreciate that.
Cool.
And who all's coming?
Just me.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to talk about our new TV show.
Okay.
Right.
You got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Always
See
a
you
pleasure.
later.
Thanks.
Bye.
Okay.
That every 6 days you have to change something new to learn something new. And you know, if you're doing puzzles, don't do them after 6 days. Only do them for 6 days. You just constantly keep creating a new learned skills or whatever.
Creates new pathways when they do that.
So the ideal thing is for people to start learning new languages.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I took Italian.
Yeah. Or they learn like marketing. You know, when they haven't done marketing, or they.
You don't want to learn Italian.
No.
There's too much heartbreak.
Yeah, that's true.
There's too much drama. in
And
Italian.
Spanish, I just add an O to everything, so I think I'm good.
But, yeah, that's the thing. Most people don't feed their brain enough back.
What are we going to do about hands?
Yeah, you as coach everyone to open their hands, but you need to have them practice to make it natural. Because the people that are going out there and just going, they're programmed because you want them to do it, but it's not flowing naturally. You know what I mean? You are natural, but to just be standing there and the camera is on.
Yeah. How are we going to get them to be more natural with their hands, Teresa?
I think they just have to talk in general with their hands.
They have to start using your hands more in general.
Yeah, that should be a practice every day in life. That should be their practice.
It's true, though.
Practice smiling and just,
It's 100% true. I mean, Janice Wilson-Striddick, she's like, well, I guess I should have to practice being more on when I'm on TV. No, you have to be more on all the time. You have to be doing this stuff constantly. Nice boy hands, right there. You always have to be breaking that habit because that's the only chance you have of doing it right when you're actually on TV. Doing more stuff with your hands all the time.
I'm distracted by your guy. I watch everybody I can and all the clips I can, but I'm distracted by their hands. I don't even watch their face because I know they're going to go out there and just...
All the students.
Yeah, because they're not comfortable with it.
Right.
So I think that's part of your practice, the celebrity launch pad, and just that, you say practice your speech over and over and over and over in front of a mirror. Do it with your hands.
Yeah.
And maybe you don't use your hands that that dramatically on camera, but at least you'll do some, and it'll feel natural because you're flowing.
Yeah. Now I know Ed gave you feedback that you were a little too loud or overmodulating or whatever. Hey, I would rather have you do that than be soft. Okay? And that's a function of you not knowing how to do it yet. This is your first time actually talking loud.
I need to talk loud normally.
All the time.
That way I'm not yelling when I'm specifically doing it in front of the TV.
Exactly. You gotta
I need to just make it my norm.
Habitual behavior.
Yeah. You have to start becoming a TV personality in your actual regular life. You want to be more? You want to be more of a celebrity? You got to be more of a celebrity. Does that make any sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that when you're talking with your hands, it actually makes you more open. People close their hands and they shut out conversation. It's a way to keep people at a distance. Opening actually exposes just like an animal makes itself vulnerable by exposing their underbelly, by using your hands and opening that up actually exposes that.
Expose our belly.
And it makes you more approachable.
Expose your belly or move your hands properly, right?
Yeah, well, don't expose your belly.
I expose my belly. That's because I got too much belly these days.
Mine's growing.
Yeah.
Mine's growing. Anyway, that was fun. I'm glad I decided to be the chauffeur or the Uber driver today.
We were the show. Celebrity Launchpad was the show today.
It was, you guys. Yep. It was great.
All right, let's go back to your Ed's comment that you were too much on script, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a couple of things that is a result of. Number one, how many times did you rehearse? How many? Him. How many times did you rehearse?
Only just over 100 times.
And how many times did I tell you to rehearse?
250.
To rest his case.
You just didn't know it.
You're right.
You got to know this stuff. Like, you can't be talking about stuff because you're thinking about what am I supposed to say. You have to just talk. You have to talk. Like, this is about you being an expert. And here's the part that you don't get, and that I wish everybody would get, is that if you can become an expert at one thing, it overflows into everything that you do. Once you achieve true mastery of one thing, it transforms you. And therefore, I say, all you have to do is become amazing at one speech or one segment, and that will immediately transform all of your speaking. Because the mind, once expanded, can never go back. So if I can just make you amazing at one thing, now you're amazing, and now you can't go back to sucking. And once I can break you, that's going to get you out of being a robot. See, right now, you're trying to think of what am I supposed to do? That's what robots do. They follow instructions, right? They have protocols that they're supposed to, if this happens, then I must do this. And if, and if this occurs, then I must do this. And if these are all robot protocols. Human beings aren't like that. Human beings are unpredictable. Human beings have creativity and flashes of inspiration. And that's where we're trying to get you. Now, in order for you to do that, you need to do what I tell you, which is rehearse, 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 and become the true master of this segment. Hey man, you picked this segment because you needed this segment. Okay, my big breakthrough segment. Are you married to a zombie? Take the quiz. Why did I do that segment?
The scrambled pancakes.
I did it because I have a scramble with pancakes.
And then scramble with toast.
What kind of toast?
White toast.
White toast, not me.
It's a white sourdough, but
Not me. I have gluten-free. Is it gluten-free?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I am sure because I am gluten-free, and we finally got the gluten-free bread.
Yay! Then it's me. Hooray!
And then I have chia seeds coming right out.
Chia seeds.
Yeah.
Now after doing all these celebrities, I have patients come up and they're like, yeah, now that you're so big, you'll never come back.
Okay, that's when you gotta impress them with how you're even nicer. how down to earth you are. It's like, hey, are you kidding me? You're my people. I love you. I do this stuff. I do all this stuff just so that I can have the time to pay attention to you. So that I have the freedom to do what I want. And what I want to do is take care of you. Because you're the people I care about. You gotta, that's what you gotta hit them with.
Okay.
Yeah. This is not about becoming aloof. That's the opposite of what this is about. This is about becoming nicer. This is about having more connection. This is about, really impressing them with how, oh my God, he's like the biggest celebrity and he's like the nicest person. That's what this is about. Okay? Yeah. And you'll find that's easier to do. That's more of who you are. I'm never busy. I can take any phone calls I want to take. Don't I answer the phone? Yeah. My pet peeve, if you're watching this, my pet peeve is when people send me and Allie the same email. Like they put, you know what I'm talking about? So many people do that.
I do that.
And I've taken to, and I.
No, you won't answer it.
But we always answer both of us. And that's why I'm telling people, please don't send us the same email. It's like, pick who you want to talk to.
Because then you're both like having to process it.
Because we'll both process it every fucking time. It pisses me off. Don't do it. Here's another pet peeve. When people send something to Allie to give to me, just send it to me. Don't send your segment to Allie to send it to me. Just send it to me. You know what my email is, clint@clintarthur.tv. You know what my cell phone is, text me, 212-888-2999. I don't give a shit. I'm here. I'm available. Just don't, that's the other thing I hate, is when people send stuff to Allie to send it to me. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's just wasting everybody's time. People who are not living in major metropolitan areas, how do you expect to have maximum impact, influence, and income? I remember when we had Dr. Mario, and we're trying to get Dr. Mario's TV series to go, and the question came from the executives at this one big station group, where does he live? And the answer was Durango, Colorado. That's the wrong fucking answer. That's a person who's not really serious about having impact, influence, and income. Or, you know who else lives in Durango, Colorado? Jeff Walker. It's called, what was that called? Jeff Walker product launch formula. Okay? There was a time when everybody was doing a launch. Remember those? It's like you have your pre-content video, then you have 3 content videos, and then you have your live stream at the end, and cart open, and then cart close, and then cart reopens. That's the product launch formula. Created by Jeff Walker. Now, Apple Computer was using it to launch all their iPhones. Now, he wouldn't say that he's the one who taught them to do it. That's what he would actually say, inferring that he taught Apple to do it. I don't think so. But that's what he would say. Do you see what he did there? He's like, look, now I'm not going to say that I'm the one who taught Apple to do that.
Yet.
But that's exactly what Apple is doing. I'm not going to say that I'm the one who taught them to do that, but that's what they're doing. Yeah. He lives in Durango, Colorado. Now, when you have the world by the balls, like Jeff Walker, and you have you're speaking on all these big stages because, you're part of the syndicate. He was part of the syndicate. Frank Kern, Andy Jenkins, Brendan Burchard, Jeff Walker, a couple more guys. The legend was that all these guys met at a seminar way in the beginning, and they formed a syndicate. And they're the ones who would mail out 25 million emails between the 8 of them. Now, when you have 25 million emails going out to launch your launch, that's how you get 2,000 new customers. at $2,000 a piece. That's $4 million. That's a 7-figure launch. What they don't tell you is that you have to pay the affiliates 70, 80%. You're left with just a little slice. That's the game they play. They don't tell you that. They don't tell you that they mailed 25 million emails to get 2,000 customers. What's the math on that? They're getting 0.001% response, right? Now you have people like Janice Wilson-Striddick, who came to Harvard. She did her launch from Harvard #1. I think she got either 3 or 6 clients from the 100 emails that she sent out. And she feels like a failure because she only got 3 clients. Meanwhile, her response rate is 3% and their response rate is 0.001. Who's doing better? Yeah, but they don't tell you that part. They're like, oh, I have 2,000 new clients. I have 6,000 new clients. Jeff Walker, Andy Jenkins and Mike Filsaime. You know, Andy Jenkins died. You know who Andy Jenkins was? Andy Jenkins was the executive producer of the Blair Witch Project. And he and Mike Filsaime did a project called Video Genesis. And they did a launch for Video Genesis. And it was the greatest product launch of all time. It was like watching a movie. They had a, what's that guy? Not Denzel Walker. Denzel Washington. Not Denzel Washington. Maybe it was Denzel Washington. Who's the guy? Really deep voice. He was in the Shawshank Redemption. No.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman, yeah. They had a Morgan Freeman impersonator do the voiceover. It was amazing. It was like watching a movie. It was the greatest thing ever. And what were they selling? They were selling, oh, you're gonna make your own videos. Now check this out. Check out like how smart they are. They've got the guy who was a graduate of NYU Film School, who was the executive producer of the Blair Witch Project, one of the most successful independent films of all time, made $100 million. He's gonna teach you how to make your own videos, right? Really? Really? Okay, now what they did was, now here's the thing about this product launch formula that I've been telling you about, Jeff Walker. Everybody would do the product launch formula. Everybody was doing the product launch formula. And how much was it? $19.99 or $19.95, right? How many launches have you seen where the product is $19.95? Yeah. $1,995. All of them. Okay, they do Video Genesis. And it comes time for the price. And you're expecting it to be $19.95 because everybody's is $19.95. Every launch is $19.95. And it was $247 or 3 payments of $97.
Wow.
And I'm telling you, Gary Halbert, the greatest copywriter of all time, allegedly, Gary Halbert says that the most important element of marketing and copywriting is curiosity. And I tell you what, their launch was so great. The videos of their launch were so amazing. It was like watching a movie. It was so amazing. I almost bought it for $247 just to see what the training was like. I was curious. I almost bought it like that. Why did I go into this whole thing? Because they got 6,000 customers to buy at $247 or 3 times 97. 6,000.
A lot.
That's a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, but they launched it with 25 million emails. But even still, you do the math on that, that's only going to be like, 0.002%, I believe.
And the point being, started on live in a metro area.
You gotta live in a metro area unless you got the world by the balls like these guys in the syndicate. Thank you, I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I thought I wrapped it in anyway. I think it all made sense. But, so when are you moving to Phoenix?
We're actually moving to Kansas City first.
How's that going to help you?
So I tell people that, you know, I live in big cities, whatever.
Why make that pit stop in the midst?
There's a kid involved.
It's hers.
Or I'm on my own doing it all on my own.
Yeah. Yeah, these kids that need to snowboard and shit like that.
Well, how old is he?
22.
Hello, that's not a kid.
I know.
That's an adult.
I don't know.
No, that's a real thing. That's a real thing. When I was in the men's weekend, they're like, well, I got to take care of my kid. How old's a kid? 18, 21. That's not a kid. That's an adult relative. That's a relative who's an adult. That's not a kid. That's not why your career has to be diverted from having
My kids are like, go off and do your own thing.
No, seriously. That's not a kid. A 21-year-old person is a relative who is 21. There you go. How you doing, Rudy?
Keep going. You have preference. Quiet.
There we go. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good learning experience. It went really, really quickly.
Yep.
Just seems like a big blur. Aside from that, I do see Ed's point of view where I was maybe yelling a little bit.
I didn't have a problem with that.
No? I think I just need to, as we mentioned at the breakfast, make it how I normally talk,
Yeah.
so that
You have more control over
a
it.
little
You're
bit
less
more
awkward.
control. Yeah, because I think it comes across as maybe me trying too hard. Yeah. Because it does take a lot of effort for me to speak up louder.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's why you have to do all this stuff. Talking with your hands, using vocal variety, right? Playing the game, changing the volume of your voice, all that stuff. You have to do it all the time if you want to have control over it and not seem awkward when you're doing it. See what I mean? Right?
Yeah. No, I really appreciated the coaching session that you did with me this morning. We were playing with the voices and trying all the different things, slowing down the voice, making it deeper, making it louder.
Yeah.
All that fun stuff. I really enjoyed doing that. I need to practice it a bit more when I'm speaking in person with everybody.
You look. Have you ever read the book The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz?
I have not. No.
Okay, you need to read that book.
The 4 Agreements.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down.
It'll take you an hour. Get it on Kindle and read it on your phone on a plane. And the reason I zeroed in on that was because you said, I just have to practice it a bit more. No, you don't have to practice it a bit more. You have to do it all the time.
Do it all the time.
It's not about practicing it a bit. It's about transformation in your life.
Yes.
Right? You signed up for this program because you wanted to change. Okay, you want to change? You got to change.
Got to speak like that to everybody.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah, there you go. Because you can't fake this stuff. They talk about authenticity.
Yes.
That's the buzzword, right? Authenticity. Well, what does that mean? That means you can't be faking.
I just need to make speaking like this my new normal.
Well, that's a start. That's in the direction of what we're talking about. But speaking the way I'm talking about as your new normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is you know, the dirty little secret of what I'm going to tell you is that if you want to transform, you have to actually transform. So there's the good news and the bad news. The good news is that if you really want this, then you're actually going to have it.
Yeah.
But the bad news is, if you really want this, then you have to do it.
Yes. Have to do it.
You only have to do it if you want it.
No, I
That's
actually
the
want
question.
it.
Do you want it?
I want it for sure.
You do?
Absolutely.
Why?
Why? Because I think it makes. If you look back, everything that I've ever focused on in my life, I always succeed in the end. It become it's a massive transformation for me.
Right.
So, for example, when I started ballroom dancing back in the year 2000, I had no clue what the hell I was doing. The first year was hell for me, but in the end, through a lot of persistence and determination, I actually represented Canada at the World Championships. So I think it's actually a core piece of my personality to fight things that I'm not comfortable with doing, but will ultimately lead to success in my life, and use the opportunities to force myself to grow. Because like if I didn't learn to ballroom dance, I would have never met my wife. And if I had just taken a few lessons and given up, there's no way I would have ever stood out to her.
Right.
I think we made it.
We made it. Good.
I'll let you tell you guys, I'm probably older than you guys.
Yeah.
I running a sales from timesharing in Mexico.
Yeah, did you know Carlos Carrera?
Oh yeah.
You know Carlos Carrera?
Carrera. So here is the thing. When the client asks a question, you have 3 seconds to answer. Even if you answer a shitty answer, you have to think how to cover up. But right now, when he asks you, you just think about a few seconds. That means you lost credibility. Done. And you have a one-shot deal.
Yeah.
Well, I asked him a tough question.
No, but the thing is, you have to train him to answer right away with it. 2-3 seconds. After, that's it. You lost the deal. People walk away. You have a one shot over there to close the deal.
Yeah.
They're back in the United States. And nobody wanna come to buy a timeshare. Oh, I'm in a car dealer. Oh, I'm looking to buy a car. Goodbye. No car for you.
Thank you, Rudy. You have a great day.
See you.
Thank you.
There you go. I said, did you know Carlos Carrera? Oh yeah, I know Carlos Carrera. Hey, how you doing? Here, let's go up to my room. Now we'll go into part 2, which is, you know, if you have more questions about TV and stuff like that, I'm happy to answer it. Or we could talk more about what your big goal is. I mean, as we were talking about in the hallway coming up here, you said that your goal is to, why are you really doing this?
To be a celebrity speaker, to set ourselves apart from the competition, because it's a lot of work and very difficult for the competition to do what we're trying to do here. And it's one of the only ways in our industry where we can actually set ourselves apart compared to one-man shops to even 100-man shops.
They all have the same marketing.
They all have the same marketing. They all have access to the same tools, the same software,
The same back end,
the same
right?
back end. They promise the same damn things. And Clint, I think you mentioned it in one of the, or you probably mentioned it many times in your previous seminars, where they say people will pay more money for not what you do, but for who you are.
Right. For who you are. Who you are is way more important than what you actually do or sell. Especially when all your competition does and sells the exact same thing. Right? The only difference is you. Now, right now, your main power of your marketing is what?
The main power of the marketing is the speaking engagements that I've done. So, like in a lot of the marketing brochures, it has my picture of me on the NASDAQ Jumbotron, picture of me in Harvard. And what I'd like to do is actually get in front of large audiences of the decision makers, which are generally CFOs and controllers and CEOs of large companies. And I want to speak and entertain them so that they will actually pick us to do business with.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to pick you because they're going to want to go out to dinner with you. They're going to pick you because they're going to want to be your friend.
Yes.
Because you do the same exact thing as everybody else. So why would they pick you over everybody else? They're going to pick you because they want to hang out with you in Arena.
Yeah. I want them to actually want to invite us out for dinner and play around at golf with them or do other things because of who we are and not because of what service we provide them.
Right, because everybody provides the same service. Okay, good. Now, in your presentations, do you show pictures of Arena?
No, I in some, but not very many.
You got a lot of nice pictures of her.
Yeah.
You know? Remember the picture I put on your second proposal?
Yes.
Why isn't that picture in your presentations?
That's a good point. Maybe I should.
Why the hell not? I mean, hey, dude, you're paying for that.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you know, you got to use everything you got in order to get everything you want. You got to use everything you got in order to get everything you want. In this day and age, if you're not using everything you got, you're missing the point. Competition is so freaking fierce in the world that you have to use everything you got, especially when you have world-class stuff like her.
Yes.
Right?
And she's a world-class woman, that's for sure.
Yeah. You got to use it. I mean, I'm using my dog. You have a dog?
I do have a dog, yeah.
Hey, you got to be using the dog too.
Yeah. I've got a super cute dog.
You got to, if you got a super cute dog, you got to use it. I'm serious. Dan Kennedy did. Yeah. That's where I got this from Dan Kennedy. Here's my most recent use of my dog. Yeah. Here's my most recent use of my dog, see?
Nice.
That was from after Carnegie Hall. We took all the elites to the Plaza Hotel for a Sunday etiquette brunch with Princess Marianne Parker. And this was at the Plaza Hotel, and there's my little dog. See, I'm using everything I got. See what I mean? This is my marketing. Have you made one of these booklets yet?
I'm actually putting it together right now.
Yeah, here, look at this one. See, I don't have what you have in terms of, like, you know, the physical body that I can use the way you can. I mean, if you put that picture of her with the sand on her butt in your marketing, people would think it was just a model. It looks like it looks like an ad for Atlantis, right?
Yes.
And then that's what you could say. Oh, and by the way, guys, this is not just an ad for Atlantis. That's my wife. Yeah, you got to use that stuff. You got to use everything you got.
I was actually waiting for a screenshot of me on the TV segment to actually finish this guy off. So.
What do you? Oh.
Yeah. So now I should have it because I can take a screen capture off the video. So.
Oh, okay. Why? How many pages is your magazine?
It's going to be about 10 pages.
10 pages? That's not enough.
It's not enough?
No. That's nothing. You got to have more.
So how many pages do you have in here?
This is 28.
28. Okay, I can fill it up.
Yeah, you got to have more stuff. So that's why you need more pictures. Like you need pictures of you ballroom dancing with her. That should be in there.
Yeah, actually, I do need pictures of me ballroom dancing.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I'm a champion ballroom dancing. In fact, I represented the country of Canada in the international championships. You need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Tell me a story about ballroom dancing. Go ahead.
Story about ballroom dancing.
Yeah.
Aside from how I met her, well, I never actually competed with Irina.
Why not?
I had a different partner with her. Because by the time I had actually finished competing before I met Irina.
Okay.
But yeah, I competed all across North America.
Good. Tell me a story.
Tell you a story.
Yeah.
A good story. See, with my previous partner, we were one of the things that we had set our competitive career goals to be was to represent Canada at the World Championships, and for like 4 years in a row, we always just missed getting a spot to represent Canada. There was this couple that just kept beating us, and the funny thing was the first year that they beat us and they became the representatives of Canada, a month before we had actually danced in a competition against them and we had beaten them. But after they got that spot, they were unbeatable.
Really?
It was extremely frustrating.
Why do you think that was?
Mindset. I think we ended up believing that we were always going to be second, and we always ended up behind them.
And then what happened to change that?
They retired.
And then how many years did you compete as the champions?
Just one.
Just one.
1 year, yeah. That was our goal, and then that was it. Yeah, we invested a lot of time in our lives to do it. It's a very expensive hobby. It took a lot of time to train. We were actually driving 3 hours every second week up to another city to train with our coaches and back. Huge commitment. My business actually suffered from it because for 6 or 7 years we were very stagnant in the growth just because my focus was actually getting successful in the dancing and I didn't pay enough attention to the business.
And what was it like for you to compete in the World Championships?
It was pretty exciting. Yeah, we had our coach with us. We flew her in to it was held in Rouen, France,
mm-hmm.
and there were I think 23 countries represented. There was I think over 46 couples in our category, and yeah, it was good. We didn't place as high as we would have liked, but it was a great experience. I gave it everything I had. And
let me ask you a question. When you were competing in the World Championship, did you at any time feel like, is this all there is? Like you said, it was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
It wasn't thrilling. It wasn't exhilarating. It was just pretty exciting.
Yeah, I think you bring up a really good point because I think the thing that you chase for years in your life,
mm-hmm.
when you finally get it, it's kind of like, it's all right. But the reality is, what's next? And I think that was what was missing in my life. Was I was chasing this thing to be a representative at the World Championships, but it didn't actually have meaning in my life. And it wasn't until I actually met Irina that I actually had my why. Why am I doing this? Because I finally found the woman that I was going to spend the rest of my life with.
Well, look, when I won the GK, this is a very interesting topic that we're talking about. When I won Dan Kennedy's Info Marketer of the Year, I thought that was going to be like the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought all of a sudden my life would be different. My life wasn't different. It was what I did with Dan Kennedy's award that changed my life. It wasn't winning the award that was the change. It was having won the award, now what?
Mm-hmm.
Now that I've won the award, that opened up all kinds of different opportunities for me. Opportunities. It didn't deliver anything. It only opened up opportunities. Now, I think, like, you being the national champion of Canada and competing in the world championships, I think you might have experienced the same kind of thing that I did with this Dan Kennedy Award. But instead of it opening up opportunities, you just felt like that was the end. And what I'm saying is that when you win stuff in life, you said it didn't really have the meaning for you. I think that meaning is created. I think we create the meaning in our lives. Now, for you, it was just attaining it that was the goal. And once the goal was achieved, that was it. But for me, attaining the goal of being the GKIC Info Marketer of the Year was great, but that was just a stepping stone.
Mm-hmm. You bring up a really good point, because I remember in 2008, I was actually picked as one of the top 40 under 40 in the Calgary Inc. magazine,
mm-hmm.
and got featured in the magazine, but I did nothing with it. So it was a complete waste of a very valuable marketing asset that even to this day, because it's so old now,
mm-hmm.
it's hard for me to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the things that I've learned over the last couple of years, especially working with you, is that you have to take advantage of every photo that you take, every award that you win, every recognition that you have, and just put it out there, because it actually helps to create the picture of who I am to work with.
Yeah.
And yeah. And I didn't have the clear vision back then to think in that way. So
no, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. Hey, nobody teaches you this stuff. Unfortunately, nobody teaches you any of this stuff until you find your way to a mentor who actually knows what the hell they're doing, yes. And is willing to give you stuff, right? Is willing to actually teach you stuff, and actually is doing stuff that is relevant anymore. Because a lot of these mentors did stuff a long time ago that isn't relevant anymore. But I'm still doing this stuff.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, so you want to do more speaking, more VIP speaking is really what you're saying. Okay, let me.
Their stuff, because they could be cyborgs. And let's explain what a cyborg is in your eyes, because it's not like everyone thinks where I'm just walking around and I got one on like flies on. It's our connecting with our devices, right?
Yeah, connecting with the devices and connecting with humans. Look, I'm married to an amazing woman. My wife is a pro fitness athlete, and she's all about being present in her mind, her body, and her spirit. But our son, he's become a cyborg. He's completely addicted to his smartphone. You know, he can spend hours playing games and watching videos of others living their lives instead of living his own.
Okay, he asked you a question. The question was, what does it mean to be a cyborg? I don't think you really answered it correctly. What does it really mean to be a cyborg?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
Yeah.
Is a cyborg is a person that is addicted to technology.
No, that's not. A cyborg is a person who is a part computer, who is controlled by the computer. Isn't that true?
Okay, I guess
I don't know.
That's the actual definition, yeah.
Isn't that what we're talking about?
My definition is actually about...
Hey man, yeah. He says, what's a cyborg?
Yeah.
A cyborg is a person who is controlled by a computer.
Okay.
Isn't that true?
Yeah, that's actually, that weaves in perfectly with this presentation.
Okay.
So a cyborg is a person who is controlled by a computer.
Right.
So my question for you, for me, for the audience, the spouses, the children, is: are you a cyborg?
Yeah.
Well, let's take a quiz.
All right, how do we do?
Question number 1. Are you addicted to your smartphone?
Yeah.
Is it always gripped in your hands with your eyes glued to the screen?
Yeah, I'm one of those people. All right.
Question number 2. Do you pound away at the keyboard on your desktop or laptop computer for hours
Should've been
every
on.
single day?
And not do anything.
Exactly. Question 3. Do you have a Fitbit or other fitness tracking device strapped to your wrist that measures your bodily functions and tracks your daily activities?
No, I don't. No, not at all. Okay, go on. What else do you have here?
Do you use a Bluetooth headset or use a smartwatch so that you can communicate directly from your body?
Hey, let's move to the next one.
Are you thinking about cutting the cord and canceling your TV subscription? Don't do it, because you're going to be tethered to online services like Netflix and YouTube.
Right, and you want to be watching us, the Daily Mix, on your regular TV.
The Daily Mix.
There you go. All right.
Number 6. Do you use Alexa, Siri, or another digital assistant to execute your commands?
I don't, but I know people do.
Hey, don't worry about the numbers. Don't worry about the numbers so much. Don't worry about the details. Just be having more fun.
Literally walk in the house and go, Alexa, turn on the TV, or Alexa, turn the lights, right?
Yeah.
So that's a cyborg.
Question number 7.
Okay.
Do you use Facebook or LinkedIn or other social media sites to not only connect with your friends, but to get the latest news and updates?
Okay, move to the next thing, all right? Man, I'm turning into a cyborg here.
Do you use smart home devices like plugs, light switches?
Yeah, like you shouldn't have been holding that properly.
I screwed up the order.
Right?
I picked it up and I realized I missed one. So I kind of.
Well, look, if you picked up a prop,
Yeah.
like here you have the prop in your hand. You shouldn't be holding a prop and talking about something else.
Yeah.
If you're holding the prop, you should have gone to that one.
I was worried that they might have a.
I understand. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about anything.
Okay.
Only do what makes sense.
Okay.
Don't worry. Don't live your life worrying about what might happen, what might not happen, what is happening, what's not happening. Don't worry about anything. You need to say fuck it and go for everything,
So
right?
I
Isn't
learned
that
from
what
my
we
dance
said?
partner and, like,
Right?
Just don't give a shit about.
Exactly.
You're right.
Good.
Regardless of where your physical body is located?
No, I'm still old school. Boy, turn on that light really quick that we can do.
Oh, you're likely a cyborg. 2 yeses, you're very likely a cyborg. 3 yeses, you're most definitely a cyborg. So here's what you need to do to become human. H, hear this message. There's a reason you're hearing me on your TV today. You understand that becoming human is a choice. M, make the choice to be human. A, abstain from allowing
Why are you
these
touching your
devices to be an
fingers?
addiction and becoming so attached to these cyborg devices. And N, now, it's time to take action right now. Today is the day that you become human.
I love it, Vince. That's right. Become human. Keep watching the Daily Mix. How can they find out about you? Because this is great.
VinceFung.com.
There it is. VinceFung.com. We'll have information on AZTV.com.
Hey man,
Rough spots.
a few rough spots, but hey, for a first appearance, that was pretty freaking great.
Thank you for your help.
You don't think that was great?
It was actually, it turned out better than I was pretty worried that I was gonna like totally fuck it up.
You didn't totally fuck it up. I thought for a first appearance, that's pretty great. You know, like Jeff Peoples said, by having me go with you, you avoided a whole bunch of mistakes. You probably skipped like 6-7 appearances, at least, of blindly, like, you know, stumbling your way through. Cool.
It was scary.
Good. All right, well, what'd you think?
I enjoyed it. I want to do more. Yeah, so I guess the next thing is I've been emailing the other producers, but
Can't be scattershot. It's
yeah,
got to be systematic.
So did I just hit them every single week?
Yeah, every week,
the same
3 times a
thing?
week.
Oh, 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Monday for Tuesday. Wednesday for Thursday, and Friday night for Saturday.
Okay. Just keep hammering it out.
Yeah. Show them you want it. They're not here.
Yeah, because I was concerned I'm blasting them spamming them with too many emails and.
No.
Yeah.
they'll just get annoyed at me and just
No,
put a rule.
you just have to make sure that your dates are appropriate. You have to be giving them appropriate dates, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, hey, with everybody's going to be getting Christmas presents soon. What do you think they're going to be getting for Christmas? All these devices.
All these devices. Yeah.
I mean, you're going to get to the point where it's going to be, hey, this Christmas, is your family turning you into a cyborg? That's where you're going to.
That's a good one.
Where's my audio?
That sounds scary, Clint, because I said life begins where you're...
And when it's scary, when it's great, and I really do believe that
more and more people are saying, I'm scared of my work, I don't know what to do, I don't. But Clint offers, so that is good actually, to be scared and to take those chances, right?
Amen to fear. When I was on the Today Show with Brooke Shields, she said, that sounds scary, Clint, because I said, life begins where your comfort zone ends. She goes, that sounds scary. I go, yeah, and when it's scary is when it's great. And I really do believe that that is how you grow. There's no growth when you're in your comfort zone. All the comfort zone does is keep you where you're at.
Right.
So if you want to grow, if you want to become more, if you want to be more, do more, and have more, you got to get out of your comfort zone, and that requires you to be afraid.
Yeah, and it's not just about in your job, it's at home, it's in your relationship, it's in everything you do, right?
Oh man, some of my best, most exciting parts of my life was when I did things in my relationship that I was afraid to do, ask questions that I was afraid to hear the answers to.
Okay, you want to know what that question was? You don't want to know?
What? No, yeah, sure, yeah, definitely.
Okay, so when I was driving a taxi, my girlfriend was a Tantra goddess. Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's like she does types like tantra sessions with people.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So one time I come over and there's a condom floating in the toilet. And I remember specifically being really afraid to ask her, honey, what's that condom doing in the toilet? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was scary.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of right there.
That's funny.
Isn't it?
Yeah, we did that.
Man, I remember some of those. Those are really great.
Do you love me?
Yeah.
Explain your love.
I said to my wife, I love you. She goes, that's nice. That's the first time I told her I loved her. She said, that's nice. Oh my God. But look, you know, I just did this big event with Martha Stewart and Ice-T and Coco at Carnegie Hall.
Yeah.
You know why I did it? Because I was afraid.
Yeah.
That's why I did it.
I love it.
And it helped me to really grow as a person. I got to work with Martha Stewart. I got to work with Ice-T. You know, I said, Ice, what's the most important thing you ever learned? He goes, don't trust anybody. Wow. Whoa. And he also said, don't expect anybody to wake up with your dream. You got to live your dream.
There it is. And I actually got great advice from a very famous person, performer, and he said that the day that he stops being scared going on that stage is the day that he doesn't perform anymore.
Yeah, that's right. I've heard a lot of people are like that, like Bruce Springsteen. He always got butterflies.
Yeah.
I believe that having fear, I really believe when it's scary is when it's great. And so every time I get an opportunity to push myself out of my comfort zone, do something that I'm afraid to do, I want to do it.
So give me one tip on if someone right now is scared out there from their job.
How do you feel that Titanium Coaching prepared you for your first TV appearance?
It was great. The whole experience of being on TV is scary. Like last night, I had trouble actually falling asleep. I was trying to rehearse everything. This morning was scary going to the studio. And this morning I had breakfast with Clint. We sat down, he coached me through everything. We ran through the lines, prepped me, and I felt really good going in, really energetic. I felt like I was gonna have fun. And the show, we just watched the segment, and it went a heck of a lot better than I had ever hoped it would. So I'm really looking forward to doing more with Clint and doing the show.
Okay, and then what about afterwards? We did a nice coaching session here back at the suite. And what do you feel like you got out of it what you were hoping to get out of it?
Yeah, it was, I didn't know what to expect coming into this, but we just sat down, had some really good conversations. And I think the thing that Clint did this afternoon for me was he really asked me why I was doing this, and it drilled into the core reason of what I'm trying to achieve. And then we talked about different stories, and he made me talk about something that was a really uncomfortable part of my life. It was 10 years of being involved with somebody that I shouldn't have been involved with. And I think it's gonna be great. We're gonna weave it into some other material that I'm gonna work on over the next few months. And I think it's really gonna take my speaking and my performances to the next level.
Cool.